Hi everyone, my name is Heather and I'm the person behind Happy Puppy Truffles. Today I wanted to share with you guys a fun kind of origami that you can use to make some easy roses for Valentine's Day. It's basically a rose made out of two cootie catchers put together, and I added the extra layer by putting another one underneath so that you can have sort of the green part and the base part that leads to the stem if you wanted to. And then this is another one on top. And it certainly can work just like you see it here as a decorative dish for the holidays. You can put yummy little conversation hearts and chocolates inside, or I'll show you guys how to connect it to like a pipe cleaner or something like that to make roses too, and just kind of seal things off there at the bottom. But just a fun, easy way. Cootie cutters are super easy to make. They're a great way to practice origami fold technique. So if you're new to origami or you want to, refine your technique, this is a great way. You need to make 2 for every rose. So if you want to make a lot of roses, you do need to double up how many pieces you need. But it really doesn't take that much time because the origami is so easy. So let me just show you guys really quick here how, as a reminder, to make the cootie catcher, and then I'll show you how to put the pieces together. I'm showing you guys the outer leaf part first. I do have one of the finished pieces here for my rose. This rose is going to be red on the inside and pink on the outside. If you could get a hold of this double-sided paper, it really helps to make things look really cool. But if you don't, you can certainly use regular origami paper and find some pretty cool results. I think wrapping paper works really great too for these. You can get some really pretty wrapping paper colors. So definitely some fun ways that you can play around with it. So as a reminder, this is how you fold a cootie catcher. In this case, because I want the outer part of my piece to be brown, I want to make sure that that's the color that's facing down. And then when you fold in half, you'll see that here. So I'm going to go ahead and fold in half both ways, both vertically and horizontally. And then I'm also going to fold diagonally both ways as well. And then once you've finished those preliminary creases, then I'm also going to go ahead and take each of the 4 corners and fold it into the center. And this is called a blend base in English, or a zabuton base in Japanese. Zabuton in Japanese means cushion that you sit on the floor. So these kind of look like cushions when you get them all folded up. And then, once you've gotten that part completed, turn it over and do the exact same thing going this way too. Pretty easy fold. You're just practicing folding. Just a simple tab fold straight up. So it's not very complicated, but it's a great time to practice technique, making sure you keep things straight, those kinds of things to help make stuff look nice. Then I'm just going to go ahead and fold it in half. Fold it in half the other way too. And then looking at it like this here, I'm just going to kind of pinch in and use some of the creases that are there until I can get it to all come together like so. And then if I just take each of these little pockets and open them up, I can get the cootie catcher. If you're familiar with making cootie catcher, they look like this, of course. And that's what the cootie catcher is, but we're just turning it upside down. So that's all you need to do. And then you just need to make 2 of those, and then we piece them together. I find it helps to put a little bit of glue on this part, so we're going to take the inner part of the flower and open it up to this particular part of things. And then I can just put some glue on all of this. That'll really help keep everything together, which is nice so that, your flowers last longer and stuff like that. You don't want things popping open later on, especially if you happen to live someplace that's humid or something like that. It's nice to keep things nice and solid. Get all the glue on there, and got a little on my finger here, hold on. There you go. And then you just try to bring it back to the place that it was before, where it was a cootie catcher. Hold it from underneath, and then just slip this into the pockets of the other one. And then we're just going to go ahead and keep it all in there nice and smooshed by trying to pinch on each of these sides as well as here. And that should keep things pretty secure inside. And then I'm just going to go ahead and show you guys here with this little layer. Things just naturally sort of separate from themselves. It's pretty hard to get it all smushed in there so perfectly that you don't have any extra layering there. And that's kind of actually what looks cool. I'm just going to take this part here and pull this layer out. And if you want, you could make this a really harsh crease and just fold a flap down. Or you can just start it and then push this right back out again, and it just gives you a nice little kind of curled lip of the sort of outer part of the rose kind of sticking out there. And you can put a little pressure on that point to kind of secure it, but gets it going there for you. And I'm just going to do that for the other 3 here. Just be careful. It's pretty easy on this stage to accidentally, tear things if you're getting the pressure too much on the sides here. So you want to take your time with that. But I'm just going to kind of roll this part out and try to get it nice and secured so I can get a nice little accent to this. I suppose you could put lots of different cookie catchers on top of each other and create a really cool looking bizarre little flower of different colors if you wanted to. But that kind of gives you sort of the bottom part there. Like I said, you can just leave it like this. It makes a really cute decorative dish, and you can put presents in there and goodies. It's a nice little fun thing to do if you're having a party or something. You need a quick and easy decoration. Really doesn't take that long to make and still looks kind of cool. So then if you want to go ahead and put a stem on it, then you just take, I'm just going to show you guys with pipe cleaners because pipe cleaners are cool. You can balance this actually. It does balance and stay on. If you don't want to use any glue, you could just kind of put that there and put it in a nice thin vase so that things don't topple over, of course. But it does really kind of keep its balance. It's kind of cool. But you can also just secure things off and tape it if you like, especially if you have some cute decorative tape that you want to use that has like cute little hearts on it or something. That would be really cute too. Or you can put a bunch of glue in the middle and try to pinch it down. It's pretty hard to keep this like totally 100% secure. Later on it does kind of pop open, but the idea is that if you put a lot of glue on here, you should be able to keep it so that it stays pretty closed, hopefully into the days ahead. And you can even put a little bit of glue here on this end too if you want to. Just to give it a little extra something to stick to. And we'll just put that in there. And you just pinch it together like a cookie catcher. And try to hold it for a little bit to keep it secure so that you get a nice little finished stem for your rose. And you could use some paper clips at this stage if you want to keep it down, but you got to be super careful when you use paper clips because sometimes they have a tendency to kind of leave little trailing lines behind them when you remove them, and they can hurt the color of the origami even if they're plastic rubber covered ones. They do that, which is disappointing. So be careful what kinds of paper clips you use. But that kind of gives you a finished flower. Pretty cool. And there's the variation, of course, of keeping it like this with just being plain with no leaves on it. Or you can also make one that has a leaf like this. And to do that is pretty simple. You just, I used, a quarter size of the paper that I used for my rose. And I just fold it. It's a pretty easy fold because this kind of a rose leaf doesn't have any zigzags on it. So as a reminder, what you do is start with the color that you want facing out, up, facing forward like this, and then fold it in half. And I'm just going to roll part of this up. And one end, I need it to come to a point, and the other can come up about 1 centimeter. And then I could just take a little of this and fold towards the edge. And then one of those sides I'm just going to reverse. And then when you open this up, it should give you a nice little leaf. And then with just an extra little bit of pipe cleaner, you can connect it to the edge here by simply finding a good spot for it and starting things off with a little connection point here. and then you just kind of work your way around, trying to cover this base part if you can when you're doing this. Just kind of work your way around and then trim off the edges to give you a finished piece. And that's just one other way that you can kind of use the origami to make a fun little decoration for Valentine's Day, a nice little gift. It's always a nice thing to make a gift for somebody, so this can be a really pretty gift for a girlfriend, for a mom, for a wife, any of those people. Grandmothers, anybody that you love, of course, on Valentine's Day, vice versa, your husband, anybody who might love origami. It's a great thing to use it for, or like I said, keep it simple. Use it for, you know, a decorative dish in a holiday celebration. And yeah, I hope you guys can find some fun ways to use this and enjoy it. And I hope you guys are all having fun preparing for Valentine's Day. And I'll have some more fun projects to share with you guys in the days to come. Thanks again so much for watching, and I'll see y'all next time. Bye!